CBS 2's Jessica Schneider suited up and went out with the elite NYPD team that rescues people who get trapped on the ice. She is live tonight along the Hudson River in the Bronx. Jessica.
Maurice, those elite teams say don't be fooled. That ice out there, it looks thick, but it is not safe. So I went out with them to see how risky a rescue can be and how little time you actually have.
About 10 minutes.
Once you break through the ice,
That's all you have.
it is a race against time.
3, 2, 1.
As dangerous as this ice is, these extreme winter conditions are no match for NYPD's most highly trained specialized team, the Emergency Service Unit.
All ice is bad ice.
But they are always ready for a rescue, as are the grateful people stranded on the ice.
They're like, please just get me out of this water.
They just want anybody to help.
Yeah.
I teamed up with the elite ESU, as they're known, for a long day of drills on the Prospect Park Pond in Brooklyn. Before I could even step out onto the ice, I suited up in a dry suit.
All right, I'm ready to go.
Rescue crews told me to lay down and distribute my weight evenly on the ice, and that's exactly what you should do if there's no way off and the ice is cracking beneath you.
Your life support is actually that piece of ice that's holding you up.
The most basic tool for rescue is this wooden ladder. It bridges solid pieces of ice over spots breaking underneath.
Climb up on the ladder.
Climb up on the ladder.
Patrol officers stood on the shore pushing a ladder out to me section by section. I grabbed onto the ladder,
Keep climbing in.
using all of my now waning strength to climb rung by rung and get pulled to shore. Rescue crews also toss out flotation rings to pull victims in.
Try not to move around too much.
Okay.
But as my fatigue sets in, a specially trained ESU squad member climbs onto the ice. Then he hands me a harness, telling me to lift my arms around the flotation device and reels me in. The whole time, I felt heavy and helpless. But when real danger sets in and someone is submerged, an NYPD helicopter and harbor unit move in, and the only way out is an air rescue. Watch as this chopper hovers above and a scuba diver scales down the line into the water. He reaches the victim, getting into the water in the process, latches him into a harness, and lifts him out. The chopper lifts the icy twosome hundreds of feet into the air, whisking them away.
Your adrenaline goes up and you really want to go down there and do the job.
By air and across frozen sea, the NYPD's Harbor Unit and Emergency Service Unit rescue people stranded on frigid terrain at great peril to themselves before time runs out. And it really was amazing to see those elite teams racing against the clock. But you know what? Their number one message is stay off that ice. We are live along the Hudson in the Bronx tonight. Jessica Schneider, CBS 2 News.
Jessica.
Well, Maurice and Christine, I talked to those two workers who were inside last night. One of them had just reported for his shift here when those two suspects barged in demanding cash.
I'm working here, I make sandwich. I'm coming here, the guy, I'm coming here, he pushed me. I don't know what happened like this. I get other guy here.
Abdu Alarir was behind the deli counter when a masked man with a gun ordered two customers to the ground inside Yemen Deli on East 180th Street Monday night. His accomplice jumps the counter and draws a knife, telling the clerk to open the registers. With the first masked man keeping watch, the second suspect emerges with a duffel bag full of cash, and the two take off.
Oh, it was scary. Yeah.
Did he point a gun at you?
Not just a knife, but the one outside, he was pointing a gun on the bread guy and some customer.
Minutes later, police say one of the suspects, 24-year-old Jason Polanco, goes into a Chinese takeout just a few blocks away. That's when 5 plainclothes officers arrived, hot on their trail after they got the call for the robbery just as their shift was ending. And police say Polanco fires, piercing the window and striking police officers Andrew Dosey and Aliro Pellerano.
Once he fires at the officers, it strikes Mr. Kemp through the window, through his right bicep. We believe that round goes through him and hits one of the officers.
Both officers are still at St. Barnabas. Pellerano should be released tomorrow. But Dosey's father tells us the bullet just missed his spine and another shattered his arm.
It's a different breed of people do things like this. These are people that don't have any regard for life.
Police nabbed Palenko around noon Tuesday in the Bronx after they posted this wanted sign and got 10 tips pointing to Palenko. His alleged accomplice was arrested at Presbyterian Hospital.
I want to, at this point in time, publicly commend them for their response to this incident and the bravery they exhibited in terms of dealing with the individuals that they encountered.
And Police Commissioner Bratton today praising those 5 officers who responded to that robbery call despite being off the clock. And of course, those 2 store clerks are back on the job tonight. They are also praising police for nabbing those 2 suspects. We're live in the East Tremont section of the Bronx. Jessica Schneider, CBS 2 News. Yeah, you know, Dick, it is true what they say. The atmosphere, it is truly electric out here. You can see all of these people behind me. They've been lined up and very excited since about noon today. But the people who are the real troopers, the ones a little bit closer to the ball, they got here around 9 a.m. and even before that. And of course, all of these people have been carefully screened. It's a very meticulous process by the NYPD to keep everyone out here safe.
No backpacks, no large bags, no chairs allowed in the pen.
One by one, the 1 million are going through security, screened and patted down by New York City police. The process is thorough and will go on for hours as people pack into each pen set up all around Times Square. Once one pen fills up, it's closed and police begin filling another until everyone is in place for the big ball drop.
You get wanded, you make sure that there's no weapons, knives, seems secure.
Thousands of New York City cops, including all of the new academy grads, are out in force in Times Square and all over the city. There are K-9 units, counterterrorism teams, choppers monitoring the sky, and all of it is being watched from the NYPD's Joint Operations Center.
This sophisticated network of closed-circuit TV feeds 911 calls, suspicious package alerts, and radiation level readings. This system works in real time to send alerts to trained police and security personnel. No backpacks allowed in this area.
Police have a strict no backpack rule, and they've already confiscated hundreds.
I think it's probably just looking one of the safest places to be, probably. I'm not worried about security at all. I'm not, so I feel pretty safe.
The crowds are practicing their midnight cheer, and a few will spend 16 hours camped out in Times Square before the ball drops, including these 2 teens from right outside New York City.
I wanted to get here early because I thought there was going to be a lot of people, but
I just got here early because she said so.
Pretty awesome. You have to do it once in your life.
And it isn't all just standing around and waiting. You can see the main stage right there. These people out here have been treated to a few sound checks from the backup singers for Taylor Swift, as well as the country group Florida Georgia Line. But everyone behind me, once they're in those pens, they are there to stay until that ball drops at the strike of midnight. And as you can see, they're very excited. We are live from Times Square. Jessica Schneider, CBS 2 News.